Good day, beautiful friend, beautiful soul, beautiful heart, peace lover, meditation lover. Have a beautiful Sunday wherever you are. Have a beautiful Sunday. Hopefully, I meet you in a healthy, happy, and holy condition. Peace lover, meditation lover, beautiful heart, beautiful friend, beautiful soul, wherever you are. Deep thank you for keep joining our guided meditation. The weather here in the mountain, northern part of Bali, where my ashram, Avalokiteswara, located, is very clear. The sky is cloudless. The temperature is very supportive. Not too hot, not too cold. Usually the weather here is too windy, but now it appears there is no wind. Hopefully it is a good omen that our guided meditation this afternoon will bringing a lot of beautiful light to your own inner darkness. By the time we are waiting for 12 minutes past 12 and waiting also thousands of our friends in the process of joining us, kindly allow me to summarize my summary this morning. This morning I summarized my last presentation 2 weeks ago in the full moon session, transforming illness into wellness. As I keep repeating from time to time, illness begins with I, wellness begin with we. Suffering, pain, which belong to the family of illness, usually visit the people who live in the territory of I. I means ego, selfishness, the feeling of being better, the feeling of being cleverer. That is the territory of illness, where there are a lot of pain and suffering. While wellness means the physical healing, the mental healing, and spiritual healing are in balance. The territory of wellness usually visit you who live in the level of we. The most important thing in this case is learn to be happy by making the others happy. That is what I keep repeating this morning to all of you after guided meditation. The most important transformation from illness, I, to wellness, we, is learn to be happy by making the others happy. How? We all want to be happy. We all want to be happy. Every time you meet a person who wants to harm you, keep asking yourself, what is the suffering behind the person who harmed you? What is the network of suffering? It can be problematic family. It can be problematic finance. They can be losing their job, whatever. Usually behind the actions of harming the others, there is always a complicated network of suffering behind. When you deeply understand the complicated network of suffering behind the person who harmed you, usually the rose of understanding beautifully blossom within, As soon as the rose of understanding beautifully blossom within, you will be easily forgive. In the moment of forgiving, the first person who is happy and holy is you. It is you yourself who firstly happy and holy in the moment of forgiving. Much deeper than forgiving, learn to make the others happy. Learn to be happy by making the others happy. To the most commoner, they only can make the others happy when they are happy, like receiving the bonus, being praised by the neighbor, or seeing that your wife appears to be more beautiful than usual. That is the commoner. But for the deep traveler like you, the deep meditation traveler, learn to make the others happy even when you are full of sadness. There is a deep, beautiful soul. Not only making the others happy when you are happy, you learn to make the others happy even when you are sad. It is much deeper. If that is the case, the transformation between I into we, the transformation from illness into wellness, will be much deeper and brighter. This is not only mentioned in the holy scriptures of Tantra, in which I keep learning from year to year. This is also true according to my own personal experience. I am now entering the age of 60, which is no longer young. But my health condition is much better than when I was 40 or 50. I come to the medical doctor only once after 8 years of retiring. I only came to the dentist only once. The health condition is much better. The quality of my relationship with the close family and friends and students are also very healthy. I am very angry to my wife very seldom, very seldom. Maybe once in 3 months. My wife said once in a year. It is a small conflict, something that happened to many couples. I never get angry to my student, never. You may ask Pak Darmin, the coordinator of Spiritual Compassion Jakarta, who have been joining us for more than 30 years. You may ask Pak Koming Sudiarte, the coordinator of Bali. I never angry to them, never. And the good news, the program running well. This is what I call as leadership without anger. In the corporate world where I grew in the young age, it is impossible to lead the others without anger. It is impossible. But in the spiritual life that I am following, it is possible. The program can run well without any anger. What is the spirit behind? It is the spirit of transforming from I into we. It is not only you who want to be happy, the others also want to be happy. It is not only you who suffer, the others also suffer. That is the concrete example of transformation from I into we. In the moment you are completely grow in the territory of we, then wellness is something which is not difficult, but I will say easy. Pain will visit you very seldom. Suffering will visit you very seldom. Bad mood appears sometimes, but you are no longer being drowned by bad mood. Bad mood is simply like the clouds which coming and going. That is what I summarized this morning. summarizing the last 2 weeks sessions, transforming illness into wellness. Illness is the territory of pain and suffering. Wellness is the condition where physical health, mental health, and spiritual health are in balance. That is what I mean by wellness. Now, we already 12 minutes past 12. Now we are going to do guided meditation. After guided meditation, I will summarize the topic of maximizing the placebo effect, which is very, very important since the cycle of our time is very, very challenging. It is not the mission of this forum to share the pessimism. No, you know already much better than me what happened in the news, what happened in the television. The challenges of our time is very challenging. That's why I will share to you the topic of maximizing the placebo effect, which is very, very important. It is needed by almost everyone. After a guided meditation, I will share to you maximizing the placebo effect. Placebo effect means someone is healed not by the medicine outside, but by the medicine inside. What is the medicine inside is your faith, your belief. It has been widely researched not only in psychology but also in medical school. The placebo effect is there within your body. We will talk about maximizing the placebo effect after this guided meditation. Now we will do guided meditation. Since today is a holiday in Bali, it is called Tilum. Tilum means the night without moon. The night without moon. Now we are going to meditate. My holy Guru, wherever you are, the living Guru, the Guru of Holy Scripture, the symbolical Guru, the secret Guru, please be my source of light. Kindly allow me to be your own servant. First of all, cross your leg in order to avoid downward movement of energy. To some of you who are driving or riding motorcycle, please do not watch this guided meditation, because for more than 10 years, many people told me that the vibrations of my voice is very peaceful. It can make you easily sleep. Please don't watch this guided meditation by the time you are driving a car or riding bicycle. It is dangerous. Cross your leg in order to avoid downward movement of energy. Make your back, head and straight but relaxed. Your wings, make it as natural as possible. No need to make it too open or too close, simply natural. The positions of your hand, it is perfectly up to you. If your religion recommend you to position your hand in the certain position, as long as you are natural and relaxed, feel free. The Hindus are recommended like this to release Satwam, Rajas, Tamas, the bad, the good, the holy, mundane, just release in order to meet mandala, perfection. The Buddhist, if your source of light in the West, the position is like this, because your teacher is Buddha Amitabha. If you are the students of Buddha Sakyamuni, meaning your source of light in the eastern direction, here is your position of your hand. Follow Borobudur. The other religion, it is totally up to you, as long as it is natural and relaxed. Open your eyes a little bit, simply to avoid the feeling of getting sleep. The rest, kindly allow me to be your own humble servant. Now we are going to meditate. In the more mature and advanced level, to meditate means to take a perfect rest. To put it more precisely, to take a perfect rest from any kind of inner critic and inner conflict, like sad, glad, true, false, sorrow, joy, pain, pleasure, right, wrong. Simply take rest from any kind of critic and conflict. That is the innermost core of meditation. Some of you who learn human energy understand most of the energy drain come out from the critical, negative and conflicting mind. As soon as you rest the mind by seeing things as they are, all the energy drain that come out from the mind will totally stop. Now rest the mind, beautiful souls. In the practical meditative way, the way to rest the mind is by filling the gap between two breaths. Between in-breath and out-breath, there is a gap less than 1 second. Between out-breath and in-breath, there is a gap. No need to prolong the breath, no need to shorten the breath, no need to hold the breath. Simply feel the gap between two breaths. That is exactly what I mean by resting the mind. As you all know, in Mother Nature, everything has its own cycle. Day, night, raining season, dry season, they all have their own cycle. In the same way, sad, glad, sorrow, joy, pain, pleasure, bad mood, good mood, they all have their own cycle. On the old path of meditation, we no longer identify ourselves with those cycles. Now we learn to be a witness. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Here in ashram Avalokiteshvara, we hear the voice of motorcycle in the long distance. Use any voice as holy bell to return back to the gap between two breaths. Any sound, singing birds, motorcycle, the sound of horns, whatever, alarm, use all kind of sounds as holy bell to return back to the gap between two breaths. Mind can jump into 1,000 directions. But remember to bring the mind back to the gap between two breaths without any resistance, without any guilty feeling. Softly bring the mind back to the gap between two breaths. One of the beautiful meaning of meditation is to grow from one smiling present moment into the following smiling present moment. That is one of the beautiful definitions of meditation. Smiling, growing from one smiling present moment into the following smiling present moment. That is meditation. Whatever the blessing of this moment, from the sound of motorcycle until the singing birds, from numbness until peace of mind, from illness until health, simply smile. Because everything is the dancings of the same perfection. Everything, sad, glad, bad, good, bad mood, good mood, are all the dancings of the same perfection. Remember to smile, beautiful soul. Smile. Because smile is a trophy indicating that you are no longer a victim in life. You are now a master. Back to the gap between two breaths. The other meaning of meditation. Meditation is the marriage between silence and smile. As soon as silence and smile beautifully get marriage inside, you are peace. You are peace. No need to pursue peace. You are peace. As soon as silence and smile get marriage inside. Smile, beautiful soul. Remember to rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. We all have the dark past. In different degree, we all have the dark past. Like the divorced parent, ex-boy or girlfriend ran away, being bullied by the friend in the school time. We all have the dark past. But do not let the dark past steal the peaceful present moment. Do not let the dark past steal the peacefulness of the present moment. How? Always return back to the gap between two breaths. As I keep sharing to all of you from one guided meditation to another guided meditation, dolphins are beautiful as dolphins. Butterflies are beautiful as butterfly. You are beautiful as you are. That is another approach of resting the mind. Return to the gap between two breaths. Quoting from one of the old scripture, in the land of snow, Tibet, dry season does not reduce the amount of water in the universe. Raining season does not increase the amount of water in the universe. In the same way, failure, success, wrong, right, false, true, sad, glad, sorrow, joy, pain, pleasure, they do not decrease anything, they do not increase something. Take a perfect rest at the gap between two breaths. As frangipani flower, beautiful as frangipani, lotus flower is beautiful by being lotus flower. You are beautiful by being yourself as you are. Take rest in the gap between two breaths. Some of you who study astrobiology, the combination between astrology and biology know the atoms inside our body come from the burning stars, meaning the material which made the human body is the same as the materials which made the star. Another explanation, you are the light. You are the light. It is enough to meet the light. It is time to emit the light. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Repeating the previous message, one of the beautiful meaning of meditation is flowing from one smiling present moment into the following smiling present moment. That is exactly how to water the inner seeds of peace. As widely shared in the studies of human energy, the vibrations of peace is 1000, while the vibrations of pain, suffering, illness, disease is below 100. It simply means when you are peaceful, there is no pain, there is no illness, there is no suffering can touch you. Because the vibrations of peace is 1000, the vibrations of pain and suffering is below 100. How to reach the stage of peace? Learn to flow from one smiling present moment into the following smiling present moment. That is exactly what I mean by reaching the stage of peace. They are the approach of coming into the stage of peace. Learn to make silence and smile to get marriage inside. As soon as silence and smile get marriage inside, the door of peace will naturally open. The door of peace is naturally open. Your vibration is far higher than the vibrations of any disease. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. No matter how dark the night is, all night will be followed by the beautiful sunrise. No matter how dark the pandemic crisis is, as a matter of time, there will be the beautiful sunrise of hope. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Some of beginners in spiritual life, they are very hungry of chasing the light. They are very hungry of chasing the light. From one temple to another temple, from one shrine to another shrine. Some even go to the very distant place like India and Tibet. Not saying that that approach is wrong, no. Not saying that that approach is wrong or negative, no. On the old path of meditation, the most beautiful shrine, the most beautiful light is no longer outside. It is hidden inside. As the light of electricity, which synthesizing the negative and the positive. In the moment when you are a witness, the negative and the positive insights are in the process of synthesizing. That is exactly how to give birth to the inner light. What kind of light? It is the marriage between silence and smile. That is the inner light. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. As soon as you are able to make silence and smile get marriage inside, you don't need any outside master. You are the master to yourself. You don't need outside temple. You are your own best temple. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. One of the famous musicians that we have here on earth, his name is Mozart. Mozart one day said, "The most beautiful music is the gap between two sounds," meaning peace. Peace is the most beautiful music of the soul. You can find the most beautiful music of the soul, which is peace, at the gap between two breaths. There are many people who keep looking for the diamond. Some of them looking for money, some of them looking for reputation, some of them looking for fame, any kind of life diamond. But as soon as you are able to make silence and smile, got marriage inside, you are no longer interested in outer diamond. The diamond is hidden secretly inside you. Return back to the gap between two breaths. Bali is one of the unique islands in the world. It is the only island in the world which celebrates the New Year with Silence Day. It is a very deep message of peace there. When right, wrong, false, true, sad, glad, sorrow, joy, pain, pleasure appear to be the dancings of the same perfection. By then, you no longer have any further question. You no longer have something to be discussed. That is silence. That is also peace. The highest vibration that human body can touch, the vibrations of peace. The Balinese elder called God as Sangyang Embang. Sangyang Embang means the ultimate silence. Only the soul which is deeply peaceful can give such a peaceful name of God, Sangyang Embang, the ultimate silence. Since everything is the dancings of the same perfection, everything is the smile of the same Buddha, you no longer have any other question. You are no longer interested in debating something. You are no longer interested in saying that the other's religions are wrong, your religion is right. No, no. Everything is the dancings of the same perfection. The Balinese elder call it Sangyang Embang, the ultimate silence. Back to the gap between two breaths. No matter how deep you meditate, there is always a wave inside. Sad, glad, sorrow, joy, peaceful, unpeaceful. There is always waves inside. But you are no longer the waves. You are now the surfer. And the board of the surfer is silence and smile. How to touch silence and smile? Feel the gap between two breaths. If you are visited by bad memories, do not let the bad memories of the past Still, the peacefulness of the present. The past has already passed. They only bring you some lesson. Do not let them to steal your inner peacefulness. How? Feel the gap between two breaths. One of the beautiful lady in Bali asked a beautiful question. If the Satan outside give the food mean suguhan, what should we give to the Satan inside? That is the beautiful questions of one of beautiful lady in Bali. If we give food of suguhan to the Satan outside, what kind of food that we should give to the Satan inside? The answer is very clear. Give the Satan inside the food of self-forgiveness and self-acceptance. That is the suguhan for the inner Satan. Self-forgiveness and self-acceptance. In the land of snow Tibet, suguhan is called as torma, the food for the lower realm. In Bali, the food to the lower realm, like Satan, is suguhan. And the food for the inner Satan, please remember, self-forgiveness and self-acceptance. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. After spending long time enough resting the mind at the gap between two breaths, now we are entering the second stage of meditation. Learn to forgive. Especially because without forgiving, there will be no bright future. Without forgiving, there will be no bright future. First of all, visualize a crying baby on your left side. It is the symbol of your soul wound. Your bad memories come from the past. It can be the memories of being wounded by the divorced parent. It can be being left behind by boy or girl friends in teenagers. It can be soul wound because of being bullied by the friends in school time. Whatever the bad memories and soul wound come from the past, visualize them as a crying baby on your left hand. And the meditative approach of forgiving yourself is give those bad memories space. Simply giving them space without any resistance. No need to call them bad, no need to call them as Satan, no need. Simply give them space without any resistance. That is exactly what I mean by forgiving yourself. Anytime those memories, bad memories of the past visit you, give them space. Do not resist them, because the more you resist it, the more it will persist. Accept them as part of yourself. Like Mother Nature accept the darkness of the night, accept those bad memories of the past as the integral part of yourself. Accept. As simple as Mother Nature accept the darkness of the night. Accept. Give them space. That is what I mean by giving the food to the inner Satan, by self-acceptance and self-forgiveness. Give those bad memories of the past space. Give them space without any resistance. That is self-forgiving. As materials of contemplation, even the holy souls committed mistake in the beginning in order to grow mature. That's why Sang Rama harmed Subali at the age of 7. That's why Prince Siddhartha, who later became a great Buddha Gautama, harmed his own father because leaving behind his father early in the morning. If the holy soul harmed the others in the beginning, the same thing also happened to the ordinary soul like us. Now forgive yourself by giving space to those bad memories and soul wound of the past. Giving space without any resistance. After forgiving yourself, now learn to forgive someone who wounded you in the past. It can be divorced parent, it can be ex-boy or girlfriends, it can be your angry boss, it can be your poisoning father-in-law, whoever. Visualize them as a crying baby on your right hand. In order to make rose of forgiving beautifully bloom within, now contemplate deeply. It was not violence. It was not violence which the others wound you. It was not violence, but deep soul wound. It is deep soul wound which makes the others wounded you. It is not only you who are wounded. The person who wounded you was also wounded even worse. We are wounded by our parents. Our parents were wounded by grandparents. Grandparents were wounded by their parents. That is the chain of suffering in this samsaric realm. And we can cut those long chain of suffering by the actions of forgiving. Now visualize a crying baby on your left hand, your soul wound, giving beautiful rose of forgiving to the crying baby on your right hand, the soul wound of the person who wounded you in the past. At the same time, please remember the beautiful message of the late Nelson Mandela. Without forgiving, you will bring portable prison wherever you go. Without forgiving, you will keep consuming dangerous poison every day. Now learn to forgive. That is the most beautiful medicines of our time, forgiving. After forgiving, now we come to the third and final stage of our meditation. In order to perfect your soul journey, now we call the white light of Father from the sky and the red light of Mother from earth. First of all, white light of Father from the sky entering your crown chakra. Rest in the heart chakra, which is your heart. Secondly, the red light of Mother come from earth, entering your first chakra, also resting in the fourth chakra of the heart. Both white light of the Father from the sky, red light of Mother from the heart, giving birth to the pink light of love inside your heart. Now clearly visualize there is the pink light of love inside you. No matter wherever you are, I now send to you the pink light of love directly into your heart. No matter you are in the hell, in the Satan, animals, plants, Mamadi, human beings, demigods, gods, Dharma protector, Arahat and Bodhisattva, I send to all of you the light of love from Ashram Avalokiteswara in the high mountain northern part of Bali, the island which is called by the world as the island of love. Please remember, I send to you, all of you, lower, middle and upper realm, the light of love, directly from Ashram Avalokiteswara in the high mountain in the northern part of Bali, the only island which is called by the world as the island of love. Now share the light of love to every single cell of your body, especially the part of your body which is painful. If you have pain in your hand, send the light of love to your hand. If you have pain in your head, send the light of love to your head. Now share the light to your close friends, families and relatives. Visualize they are happy, full of laughter because you send them the light of love. Now send the light of love to the enemies, to the people who wounded you in the past. They are also happy and full of laughter because of the light of love that you sent. Now send the light of love to the lower, middle, upper realm, from hell, Satan, animals, Mamadi, plants, human beings, demigods, gods, Dharma protector, Mother Kiva, Father Tengen, dragon, Garuda, lion, tiger, Arahat and Bodhisattva. By the time you are sending the light of love to lower, middle and upper realm, kindly allow me to sing the song of love from the island of love, Bali. This is the song of love from the island of love, Bali. Putri Chaneng Ayu Ngijang Chaneng Ju belanja, apang ada darang nasi. Life is like staying in the hotel. The guests keep coming and going. Sometimes sad, the other time glad. Sometimes pain, the other time pleasure. One day sorrow, the other day joy. Whoever the guest keeps smiling, because smile is a strong sign that you are no longer a victim, you are now a master to your life. Meme titiang iring, nongos titiang juma, sambilang mapun-pun, hajak titiang dadwe dimulihe dianggap-gapin. As soon as you open your eyes, whisper deep into your soul the beautiful mantra of Aham Prema 3 times, meaning I am love who is here to share love. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Thank you, beautiful friend, beautiful soul, beautiful heart, meditation lovers, peace lovers. Thank you for joining our guided meditation. It was nearly 1 hour. Now we are entering the summary of 2-week sessions about maximizing the placebo effect. Two weeks ago, in the full moon, I shared to you the idea of maximizing the placebo effect. Since the challenge of our time is very challenging, this idea is needed by countless people. The placebo effect. The people who are no longer healed by outside medicine, but being healed by the inside medicine. What is the inside medicine is your own faith, your own belief. This is not a new topic, it is a very old topic. It has been widely researched not only in psychology but also in the medical school. It has become a very old topic. Since the challenge of our time is very difficult, now more than ever, we need the inner medicine, which is the placebo effect. I will summarize to you as clear as possible what I mean by placebo effect. If you can maximize the placebo effect, you no longer need medicine outside, because your body have all the ability to heal yourself. That is what I mean by maximizing the placebo effect. It is not something new actually. It is a very old ideas about healing. Now we are entering the summary maximizing the placebo effect. Some of you who learn neuroscience is study about human brain. It has been published widely in many journals of neuroscience. It has been published widely. The human brain cannot distinguish between true reality and the reality which is produced by the mind. This is very fundamental. Let me repeat again, since this is very fundamental. The human brain cannot distinguish between the true reality and the reality which is produced by the mind. For that reason, you can train the mind. In the positive language, you can train the mind. In the negative language, you can train the brain. In the negative language, you can manipulate the brain in order to make the brain help you to heal your own self, especially because human brain cannot distinguish between the true reality and the reality which is produced by the mind. It has been widely said in the Journal of Neuroscience, you can change your brain by changing your mind. For that reason, it is very, very important to train your brain in a much more positive way. There are two examples in this case. The first one is negative example. The second one is the positive example. It happened in every country. As soon as the medical doctor showing to you the laboratorium test that there is cancer inside your body, the things which kill you, it is not the cancer. The thing that kills someone who die because of the cancer, it is not because of the cancer. It is because the brain make a hurry conclusion that he or she will die because of the cancer. It is dangerous. For that reason, as soon as medical doctor or laboratorium test making conclusion to you that you have a cancer inside yourself, please do not let the brain make a hurry conclusion that you will certainly die because of the cancer. Why? Because if the brain make a conclusion that you will die because of the cancer, the conclusions of die make the brain producing the health hormone. One of the health hormone is cortisol, and this health hormone will poison not only your immune system, your digesting system, but also almost all systems inside of the body. As a result, the body will certainly collapse into death. Again, since this is very, very important, as soon as the medical doctor and laboratorium test concluding that you have a chronic illness inside your body, do not make a hurry conclusion that you will certainly die. No, do not make a hurry conclusion. Sending the positive messages to your brain. You know, medical science is only one of point of view, not the only point of view. Laboratorium test is only one point of view, not the only point of view. Because human body is the most complicated machine here in samsaric realm, the most complicated machine. Medical test, one point of view. The conclusions of medical doctor, only one of the view. There are another point of view, psychological point of view, spiritual point of view, light point of view. There are many points of view that you can use to see your body. In short, do not let the brain make a hurry conclusion that you will certainly die because of chronic illness. That is negative example. Now I will give you the positive example. One day, There is research from Harvard Medical School who bring a number of old people go outside of Boston City using any symbol that make the old people feel healthy and young. Some of them riding Harley Davidson, some of them using the van which belong to the car or the van in the 60 or 70. Any symbol that make those old people feel young and healthy. Going outside of Boston City, and Harvard Medical School conducted a retreat about how to feel young and healthy. The retreat is those old people are bombarded every day for 5 nights and day with the symbol of being young, healthy, and long life. You know what happened after 5 days and nights? The Forgive me, there is a little bit technical problem here in Ashram, our Lokiteshwara. Forgive me, because the locations of Ashram is very remote, far from the city. Maybe the signal is a little bit weaker. Many people use it. No problem, we can continue. Using the negative language, if you send the negative news to the brain will produce health hormone, which disturb the quality of your health. But what happened in the research about the group old people conducted by Harvard Medical School? For 5 days and 5 nights, those old people visualizing, training the brain in a much more positive way. As a result, the quality of health getting better. Back to the previous conclusion. Human brain cannot distinguish between true reality and reality which is produced by the mind. For that reason, you can train the mind in a much more positive way. When you train the brain in a much more positive way, looking at all the things in a positive way, the brain will produce growth hormone like serotonin, dopamine, which certainly improve the quality of your health. The second part of the story of maximizing the placebo effect, it has been widely published in many journals. There was a research conducted by the University of Toledo, long research. The conclusion is very important. Those very optimistic people have a stronger placebo effect rather than those who are pessimistic. For that reason, I strongly suggest to all of you how challenging the cycle of time is. How challenging the cycle of time is. Be optimistic. Be optimistic. Do not let the news on the television steal your optimism. Do not let the negative communication in social media steal your own optimism. No. Be optimistic. If you want to maximize the placebo effect inside your body, be optimistic. It has been widely researched by University of Toledo. The people who are optimistic tend to have stronger placebo effect. The third one, of course, this is not blind optimism. Not a blind optimism, but optimism which is built by systematic action. Now, I will give you some steps to build your inner optimism in order to protect yourself from any kind of negative energy like disease. First of all, in order to strengthen your optimism, surround yourself with optimist environment. Surround yourself with optimist environment. Friend, family, the TV that you watch, the social media where you play. Simply surround yourself with optimist environment. That is the first step. Politely run away from the people who bombarded you with pessimism. Simply grow in the environment that is full of optimism. The second one, in order to awaken your inner optimism, be careful about nutrition. It has been concluded in Ayurveda. Ayurveda is holy scripture, the age more than 5,000 years. More than 5,000 years. The conclusions of Ayurveda is very fundamental and meaningful in this case. If you consume the wrong food, any medicines will not help. If you consume the right food, any medicine will not be needed. Let me repeat once again. This is not only the conclusions of modern nutrition researcher, but also the conclusions of Holy Scripture, whose age is more than 5,000 years, Ayurveda. If you consume the wrong food, any medicine will not help. If you consume the right food, any medicines will not be needed. For that reason, it is very important to choose the right food for you. In our cycle of time, it has been widely researched by many experts of nutrition. It is very important to have a high variety of plant-based food. Let me repeat again. A high variety of plant-based food. Some of you who deeply study about blue zone. Blue zone is the certain territory of Earth where there are many old age which is healthy and also having long life. Okinawa in Japan, Ikaria in Italy, Costa Rica, Loma Linda in southern part of California. It has been widely researched in blue zone on Earth. They consume a high variety of plant-based food. One of the researchers even wrote, in Okinawa, where there are many old people and they are healthy, more than 100 years age, you know, the variety of plant-based food in 1 year, more than 100 variety. I tried already in my body. I also consume high variety of plant-based food. The first one, surround yourself with optimist environment. The second one, be careful with your nutrition. The third one, stop any kind of energy drain from the mind. As I keep sharing to you in guided meditation, most of the energy drain in human body come out from the mind. Stop any kind of negative and critical mind. Rest the mind. Everything is the dancings of the same perfection. Number 3, stop energy draining from the mind. Some of you who study about longevity gene, we have 25,000 genes inside the body. Not blue gene, but the gene inside our body. Some of those gene is longevity gene, the gene that help us to have a longer and healthier life. One of The famous expert in this case is Dr. David Sinclair, the professor of genetics from Harvard University. I tried already. I know the conclusions of Dr. David Sinclair around 3 or 5 years later, but I practiced these ideas more than 10 years. One of the beautiful tips to have longer and healthier body is maintaining the stomach weak. The stomach weak is a little bit hungry. If you call 100% weak is full, don't make it 100%, make it 80%. That's why I never eat until full. I only eat until 80% full. Maintain the stomach's weak a little bit hungry. That's a beautiful conclusion. I got the conclusion maybe 3 or 5 years later, but I practiced it already more than 10 years. And the result, my body is very healthy, you know. Longevity gene, in order to have a longer and healthier body, maintain a stomach which is a little bit hungry. The last suggestion, to awaken your optimism in order to maximize the placebo effect. This comes from the Balinese elder. One day I meditate in Sanur. Sa means one, Nur means the light of the one. I hear the voice from Balinese elder in Sanur. Teach the people in the world to sleep like a baby. Sleep like a baby. In the old time, like what happened in my young age, you know, body follow your task. Even though the body is tired, sleepy, you just force the body to do the task because body follow the task. No matter how sleepy, how tired your body, you drink the coffee in order to complete the task. That belongs to the past. But what I'm now suggesting to you, the opposite. Yeah, the task follow the body. I do it to myself. In one morning, 10 or 11 o'clock, I wrote beautiful message to thousands, hundred thousands of my students. Suddenly, my body feels sleepy. I stop the task, simply sleep on the chair. As soon as I wake up after 5 minutes, continue the task. That is what I mean by sleep like a baby. What time you feel sleepy, simply sleep. You can do the task whenever the body is healthy and awake. Sleep like a baby. That is the total conclusion, how to awaken your inner optimism. Because according to the research conducted by University of Toledo, the placebo effect will be much stronger and better to those people who are optimists inside. How to awaken the inner optimism? First of all, run away from the pessimist environment. Grow only in the environment which support your optimism. The secondly, be careful about your nutrition. Remember, high variety of plant-based food. The third one, stop any kind of energy drain from negative and critical mind. According to the research about longevity gene, maintain a stomach which is a little bit hungry. The last one, remember the message of Balinese elder. Sleep like a baby. What time the body feels sleepy, simply sleep. You can do your task as soon as the body is healthy. That is what I mean by maximizing the placebo effect. The message which is needed by countless people. The message which is very important in our challenging time. Thank you very much, beautiful soul, beautiful friends. Thank you very much to all light lover, peace lover, and meditation lover. 6 p.m. this evening we are going to meet again. I will share to you the idea of pain, the gift that nobody wants. That is the topic in this evening, 6 p.m. Bali time. Pain, the gift that nobody wants. Pain is not here to punish you. Pain is here to purify. There are 3 beautiful angels behind the pain. Pain as protector, pain as compass, and pain as the inner savior. That is the message that I am going to deliver this evening, 6 o'clock Bali time. See you on the evening, beautiful friend, beautiful soul, beautiful heart, light lover, peace lover, and meditation lover. Thank you very much. Hopefully the light wicks flowing through me can illuminate certain darkness inside your unconscious mind. Sabdisata Bhavantu Sukhitata. May all beings are happy. Sarvesam Santir Bhavatu. May all soul blossoms into peace.